And welcome to the Czech capital as we get set to complete the penultimate game day in Group D at EuroBasket 2022. Israel next in line to try and stop the unbeaten superstars of Serbia here at the O2 Arena. Yes, NBA and EuroLeague stars looking to shine tonight in Prague as Israel take on Serbia in Group D. I'm Tim Long alongside FIBA analyst Josh Davies here at the 41st edition of basketball's European Championships. Serbian fans in the house enjoying the occasion, and why not the way their team are playing. What a tough test indeed for Israel, who have some support here as well and still need one more win to advance. Earlier on this court we saw Poland take their place in the next round while eliminating the Netherlands, and Finland booked their ticket to Berlin with a do-or-die win over host Czech Republic. The group leaders Serbia qualified for the knockouts yesterday, Poland and Finland joining them earlier today. If Israel lose this one, it's a win or go home matchup between them and the Czechs tomorrow. Josh, Serbia have looked unstoppable so far in this group. Their quality, their strength in depth. Israel gritty, defensive at times, led by Deni Avdija, but what chances do they have of pulling off the almighty upset?
Well, upsets are just a part of these tournaments. Obviously, you can point to the fact that, Belgium took down Spain the other day. But the way that Jokic and Nicic especially are playing, it's going to be very, very tough. For a moment before the game yesterday against Finland, I said, there's no Marinkovic. Maybe Serbia won't have as much shooting. Couldn't have been more wrong. They shot the lights out, put up 100 points on the board. They got scoring from everywhere. Playmakers all over the court. Davidovac is hitting buzzer beaters. Yerimaz is throwing no-look dimes. It was just a phenomenal performance start to finish. Israel, on the other hand, coming off a tough loss against Poland. They didn't see them play their best. Deni Avdija really struggled in that game until the very end. They'll need him to really step up here in this matchup.
And it's not just 3-0 for the Serbs, it's 3 comprehensive wins. By 24 against Netherlands, by 13 against the Czechs, yesterday by 30 against Finland when they recorded the EuroBasket 2022 high of 30 assists. It's off the back of World Cup qualifying wins against Giannis's Greece and Turkey as well. They've hit 100 points in 2 of their 3 games. Serbia, that's the size of the challenge for this Israel team. Serbia shooting a tournament 4th best percentage on the interior. They're the 2nd best team on the exterior. They rank 1st in assists, and they're also committing the 2nd fewest turnovers. It has just been ultra efficient and incredibly impressive from Serbia. Israel impressive in winning their first 2 games before struggling to get the win yesterday, and they might be expecting their team struggle a bit today as well. Let's pause now for the 2 national anthems. Serbia have now won 13 of their last 14 games at this stage of EuroBasket, including their last 6 in a row. Another win tonight will give them their longest ever winning sequence in this phase of the competition. They've won their 3 games here in Prague by an average margin of 22.3 points. Perhaps the standout side on the continent right now, with perhaps the standout player in the world, although Giannis earlier had something to say about that. Israel themselves looking for a win that would equal their best total of wins at a EuroBasket this century. Deni Avdija, the main man for them. And they've relied on their 3-and-D so far. 10 threes at least in each game. But they've shot worse percentages from the field than their opponents in each of the 3 games so far.
Yeah, Israel doesn't necessarily have to make it pretty, but they are coming into this game 2-1 in the group. As you mentioned, 79.7 points per game on 40% field goals, as you see the referees for tonight's matchup, and shooting 37% from 3. They're going to need their 2 main scorers, Deni Avdija and then Jan Madar, really stepped up the last couple games after a slow start in game 1.
Starting 5 for Serbia, Nikola Kalinic, who stepped up yesterday, Vladimir Lucic, the captain. Jokic, of course, the NBA MVP, Nemanja Nedovic, who stepped up yesterday as well, and Vasilija Micic, who has been elite in the point guard position.
Yeah, you mentioned the MVP, Nikola Jokic, of course, of the Denver Nuggets. Yesterday against Finland, against Lauri Markkanen, he was on a triple-double watch, 13 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists, shooting so efficient from the field throughout this tournament. He's at 58% field goal percentage and 75% for the free throw line, also averaging a double-double, 16.3 points and 10.3 rebounds.
Double-doubles the last 2 games for Jokic. No Serbian player has ever managed 3 in a row at a EuroBasket. Svetislav Pesic, the 73-year-old head coach, as we see the starting 5 here for Israel. Roman Sorkin gets the start at center. Deni Avdija, Tomer Ganat in the front line, Tamir Blatt in the backcourt, and Joval Zusman, who stepped up off the bench and hit 4 threes yesterday in defeat.
Yeah, Zusman looked really good in a otherwise tough game against Poland. You see Roman Sorkin, don't need him to finish on the basket, but coming off the bench, Jan Madar, the future/current star against Poland, 17 points on 5 of 8 from the field, also making all of his free throws. Obviously knows a lot of these players from playing his club basketball for Partizan in Serbia.
He hit 4 threes as well off the bench against the Netherlands. Guy good as his team on offense, relatively reliant on their 3-point shooters, with low percentages on the interior. He's a man who's been on the Israeli bench since last year and led Hapoel Halon to just their 2nd ever Israeli League title last season as well, their first in 14 years. But what a tough test this is for Israel. Serbia looking like perhaps the strongest team on the continent right now.
Yeah, you see they're ranked 1st in their field goal percentage and 2nd in points. And it's the way that they score. They almost make it look so easy. They get so many open looks. They can go inside to Jokic. They can run in transition. We saw some high-flying dunks yesterday, whether it was Lucic or even, your guy Jagidic Karica had a nice little dunk yesterday on the fast break.
Who can stop the Serbian freight train at EuroBasket 2022? Deni Avdija's Israel next to step in front of Group D's seemingly unstoppable force. Nikola Jokic and co ploughing through everything in their path here in Prague and making it look simple. Tougher tests will come for them, but they don't want to take their foot off the gas as they race towards the knockout bracket in Berlin. If Israel can upset the odds, they qualify for the next round as well. If not, they face a do-or-die Game 5 against the hosts here in the Czech Republic in 2 days' time. Myself, Tim Long, alongside FIBA analyst Josh Davies to talk you through the action here at the O2 Arena. And Micic handling the ball for Serbia. Lucic, Kalinic, Jokic, everybody getting a touch swiftly. Nedovic, Jokic, free on the perimeter. Let's pick your poison. never want to pick him.
Well, Roman Sorkin will have his hands full, to say the least. Jokic giving a lot of space, lets it fly.
Tamir Black. Denny Avdia. Two young stars for Israel. Black has been shooting well on the outside, misses that one.
So Kalinic starts off with the assignment on Avdia.
Zusman gets back to tip it away from Lucic.
And you see there the pick and pop. Jokic wide open. First basket of the game.
Micic, their other standout star. Jokic bailing him out on the boards, trapped on the baseline by Gannett. Jokic will slow it down to his own pace.
One of the great things about this tournament, we've been able to watch Jokic go through his warm-up routine. Same routine every day. A lot of unorthodox footwork and shots, and he seems to make all of them getting ready for these games, and is able to deliver on the big stage as well.
Long inbound to Micic. Shot clock down to the final three. Little up fake. Foul. And a trip to the line for Micic. Denny Avdia's first foul coming early.
You see Avdia had the arm straight up. Micic initiating the contact, but draws the foul.
Vasilija Micic averaging an elite 14 points, 8.3 assists, 1.3 steals, just one turnover a game.
Yeah, he's just played very, very good basketball. Pretty much every minute he's been on the court. And such a threat to get to the basket, but he's also been just serving his teammates on the platter.
Well, him and Jokic in particular seem to have such a good understanding. Micic describes playing on the same team as Jokic is a thing of beauty. And it's certainly been beautiful to watch. The first 5 points for Serbia here. Black, Avdia. Guarded by Kalinic. Sorkin faced by Jokic. Spins in the paint. Soft touch finish falls for Roman Sorkin. And a big cheer from the Israeli fans.
Yeah, that's going to give not just Sorkin and fans, but his teammates confidence. And a good draw there by Avdia. Kind of a risky play, but was able to absorb the contact right in the chest.
Yeah, Avdia with a foul to his name already.
Yeah, Kalinic trying to kind of back the man down, and you see here Sorkin, a little jump hook over the left shoulder.
Sorkin had a big game against the Netherlands, hasn't played much the other two games. Poked away here by Nedovic. Looking to go all the way through, riding some contact. And a trip to the line for Nemanja.
Nedovic really came alive yesterday in that matchup. You see the strip, looking to go coast to coast. Tamir Blatt called for the foul. So 2 more free throws here for Serbia. Nedovic, one of 6 players yesterday to score in double figures for Serbia. 14 points on 6 of 10 from the field.
A late arrival onto the roster, adding his name to a long list of Serbian weapons on offense. The top scorer in the EuroLeague for Panathinaikos the past 2 seasons. He's since moved back to Serbia with Crvena Zvezda. Avdia absorbs the contact and converts.
Well, that's what he needs to do. Put his head down, attack the basket. He's been really, really good off the dribble throughout the tournament. You see there, Kalinic wasn't really expecting it. Goes right at Lucic, a little kiss off the glass for the and one.
And he talked about how aggressive he'd been at creating his own shots the first 2 games. Had back-to-back 20-plus point games to start, and then just 3 points yesterday on 1 of 6 shooting. Only really tried to make his own shot towards the end of that game yesterday.
And he matches his output on 1 possession here.
Israel within 2. Jokic off to Micic. Those two looking to work together again. Micic slaloming through, wanted the foul, doesn't get it. Now they're short-handed on defense as Avdia comes forward, passes it behind its intended target and recovered by Blatt. Intercepted by Jokic.
Lucic!
Pass down the floor, and the runway opens up for the Lucic leap.
I mean, we could talk all day about Jokic's skill set, but his outlet passes, straight out of school of Wes Unfield and Kevin Love, always on the money, hitting his teammates in stride.
Sorkin spins in the paint, little up fake, two up fakes, defense not biting, and then biting back.
Good hustle.
Sorkin grabs it low down, Gennat, Blatt momentarily caught up within the corner by Micic, mid-ranger for Gennat. Nedovic the rebound. Looking back out, Micic. Serbia by 4. Jokic. Tough matchup for anybody. Soft touch over the top of Gennat for Jokic.
Oh, Jokic able to sprint back, deflect the ball out of bounds, but an easy basket. I feel like every time he gets a post touch, it's going to lead to 2 points. You see there again the outlet pass, Lucic, the high flyer for Serbia. And another assist to the Jokic tally.
He hinted at that potential triple-double yesterday. Jokic in the end didn't play enough minutes. Offensive foul against Sorkin.
Well, it would have been a turnover either way, but on top of that, now a foul on Sorkin.
That's 3 fouls on Israel after 3.5 minutes.
And you see there, Sorkin not set while taking out Kalinic, and one more time, Lucic.
The captain strapping on the cape and flying. Kalinic. Nedovic, never shy to shoot, misses that 3. They hunt down the rebound as a team, Israel. Sorkin slips through the fingers of Gennat, and Nedovic looking to punish in transition.
Villa obviously already having 1 foul to his name, deciding to let Nedovic go.
Largest lead now at 8 points for Serbia. Sorkin. Blatt. Up high to Sorkin, batted away by Nedovic, doing the job at both ends of the floor. Too many turnovers for Israel, 5 already in 4.5 minutes. Nedovic guarded by the taller opponent, Sorkin. Lucic to Jokic, up against Zusman, a good defender, but how good? Passes out to the double team. Micic, the free man, on the perimeter, short with the 3. Tamir Blatt, their key creator, finds Zusman. Avdia going to shoot one several feet back, misses. Jokic, yet another rebound. Lucic, midway point of the first. A huge offensive output brewing for Serbia and for Nikola Jokic.
Already a double-digit lead. Jokic 7 quick points as you see Lucic finding the target inside, and Jokic through the contact, soft touch around the basket yet again. That is a mismatch to say the least. Doesn't really matter who's guarding him, it feels like a mismatch.
And he's got 7 of Serbia's 15. Timeout Israel.
בקצב של להניע את הכדור, אנחנו מנסים כל הזמן רולמן, הם ענקים מדי, זה לא יעזור, גם אם משחקים את האחד, להניע, להגיע לפאנצ'ליין בסוף, לקחת זריקות טובות. משחקים עכשיו את עוד פעם, את ההורס מושן סייד.
Problems at both ends of the floor for the Israelis. Serbia, as per usual, knocking down plenty of shots, but also 5 turnovers for Israel. That time Lucic out in transition to rock the rack. Off the pass from Jokic, who's done a bit of everything. 7 points, 2 rebounds, an offensive rebound, an assist, and a block.
Well, Jokic, as usual, doing a little bit of everything. You see his averages. He might get there by the end of the first quarter.
Jokic, the only player in EuroBasket this year, averaging 15 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, 5 plus assists.
So Gal McHale on the floor now, replacing Tamir Blatt. Nimron Levy also getting his first action.
What have Israel got off the back of the timeout? They need something. Avdia, McHale. He's been an efficient playmaker at this tournament and down the years for Israel. Shot clock winding down to the final few seconds. Zusman hit 4 threes yesterday and strings one at the buzzer today.
They definitely needed that one to stop the bleeding. Big time shot from Zusman.
He was 4 of 5 on the outside yesterday in defeat to Poland, had 18 points. He's made it a 7-point gap here. But how do Israel get defensive stops? Micic on the perimeter. No offensive board for Jokic this time. McHale. Avdia versus Jokic. NBA star versus NBA star. Avdia past him and forcing the foul.
Well, they can get Jokic in any kind of foul trouble, which doesn't happen very often. That might give them another chance. You see Jokic just grabs him. And here's a three-pointer for Zusman off the nice catch and shoot.
And that is the first on Jokic, third on Serbia to match the 3 of Israel. Non-shooting foul, so the inbound with Gal McHale, the 34-year-old point guard. 10 assists without a single turnover over the first 3 games of this tournament. Sorkin to Avdia. Nimrod Levy, shot clock down to the final couple of seconds. McHale shoots this time. Offensive rebound, Sorkin. Wide open 3. Danny does what he needs to do.
Once again, the offensive rebound by Sorkin leads to the wide open three-pointer. So second chance opportunities paying off here for Israel. Down to 4.
Back-to-back threes bring the deficit back to 4. Foul on McHale, tangling with Kalinic.
Well, we see Jokic with a one-handed pass inside. Meckel doing a good job kind of fighting for position. And here, off the missed 3, the kick out. Avdia wide open. Look at that rotation on the ball. Perfect. Knocks it down. And there's Guy Panini, who was part of the Israel squad back in September 2007 that actually beat Serbia at the EuroBasket in Spain. So Panini surely telling his guys this can be done.
A couple of timely threes for Israel, who've hit at least 10 in each of their games so far here. Shot clock down to 4. Yaramaz has been so efficient off the bench, misses that one. Rebound Sorkin. A chance for 3 straight scores. Avdia, free path into the paint. Straps on his superhero cape and flies. And looks to save the day for Israel.
And a strip here.
Zusman down at the feet of Lucic. Possession Israel.
The momentum starting to swing over Israel's side. Zusman, just quick hands there, forcing the deflection. Then the hustle. 2 guys diving for it. Zusman, the first one to the floor, and then Lucic, the last one to knock the ball out of bounds. And here's that last play, the in-and-out dribble, getting by Kalinic. Take off, Denny Avdia. No rim protection.
For the number 8.
And again, they need that kind of performance from Avdia one more time. The hammer.
And 8 unanswered points for Israel. And they can look to stretch the streak here. Serbian fans not flustered at the moment. Zusman over the top of Jokic. Jokic grabs the rebound at the second attempt. Yaramaz working with Jokic. Yaramaz back to Kalinic. Jokic versus Sorkin, big versus big on the baseline. And a push, foul on Roman Sorkin.
A tough matchup, of course, for Sorkin. Again, Avdia yesterday, a minus 26 point differential when he was on the floor, which was obviously the worst for his team. Sorkin was second at minus 14. So for some reason yesterday, Avdia just couldn't get it going. Very different start to this game for him.
That's after scoring 20 plus in the first 2 games out there. The first Israeli to do that at a EuroBasket since Oded Katas back in 1997. Jokic looking to take his tally to 9.
So Jake Cohen will come on and gets the assignment of guarding Jokic.
And they are 9 perfect points for Jokic to go along with 3 rebounds. Mikal guarded by Yaramaz. For the lead for Serbia. Now Dia. Saved far sideline by Mikal. Avdia will take the 3 over Kalinic. Gets the long rebound. Shifts it on. Kel Mikal banks it in. Wants it to count. The official says no.
I think he put the ball down on the floor one more time after getting fouled. We'll take a look at the replay here. Right there, see. Smart foul from Guduric. Serbia in the penalty the rest of the way.
2 minutes to play in the first. Israel doing their very best to keep up with Serbia, but Deni Avdija is going to need some rest, and he'll get it towards the end of this quarter. Kel Mikal.
Nice slits.
And goes past a third, slaloming through. Can't convert though, nor can Cohen.
Yeah, you can't leave points on the board like that, the easy bunnies.
Jokic will show them how to finish around the rim.
And the long strides from Jokic and a little finger roll off the glass.
11 perfect points. Zusman, low catch, up, misses the open 3, and a whistle underneath, Israeli possession.
Well, free throws to come here for Israel. I think they called a foul on Jokic underneath, so that's going to be 2 on Jokic.
After he'd moved to 11 points, 4 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line. I think that's the first time he's had 2 fouls early in a game, though.
Well, Pesic wasting no time. So Serbia 50% shooting so far, already 6 of 6 on their free throw line, 5 assists on their 6 made field goals. And Yam Madar, number 11, the young star for Israel, on the floor for the first time as well.
Cohen makes them both. Israel 3 of 3. Close the gap to 4. Jokic remains on court on 2 fouls. Kalinic goes to the bench.
Had a couple wet spots on this hardwood today, so definitely don't want to see any players taking any more falls.
Israel giving it their absolute best, trying to keep up with the best here in Prague so far.
You can't see this on your screen, but Vladimir Lucic heading back to the locker room with the medical staff, so he'll get checked out. And of course, no Marinkovic in the lineup. And Milutinov, also another player for Serbia we haven't seen in the tournament. So the roster kind of dwindling a little bit for the Serbians.
Jokic, huge mismatch, draws a double team, passes back out. Nedovic for 3, pops out, another rebound. Jokic, and another conversion, and 1. And something big to celebrate for those Serbian fans.
Well, let's see down here, Jokic lucky to not get a 3rd foul call. You see he kind of just threw Mikal out of the way. And instead gets the and 1 opportunity. Already 13 points and 4 boards for Mr. MVP.
Well, Giannis had, what, 41 earlier. Jokic perhaps saw that. He wanted to say tonight, I'm the MVP. He's got 14 in the first 9 minutes. Menko to Mikel, guarded by Yaramaz. Looking back out to the perimeter. Cohen, faced by Jokic. Mikel. Israel down 7. And now they're out in transition again, Serbia. Pass a little far in front of Guduric. And they'll slow it down. Jokic threatens the 3. Looks to see who he can find. Into the hands perfectly of Guduric that time. Can't get the roll around and drop. Mikel to Madar. Open 3 from the corner. Menko gets it off the kind rim.
A good crackback offense there from Madar, feeding Menko.
Israel at least winning the battle on the perimeter. Their third 3. Serbia just 1. 3 to shoot. Nedovic, a foul with 1.4 to play, and Israel are at the limit.
Yeah, tough foul there for Israel, as you see the reach on Nedovic. First free throw is good. And again, Serbia comes in averaging 94 points per game. You can see why. Already 24 points here in the first quarter.
Three-quarter court heave. Madari's hit one from center court already, or near the edge of the logo at least. Not that time though. And despite a good, solid quarter from Israel, they still trail Serbia by 6. Israel 18, Serbia 24 at the end of 1.
Well, Israel struggling from the field so far, 35%, but they do have 5 offensive rebounds. And they've knocked down 3 3-pointers. Serbia just 1 of 6 from 3, but they are 6 of 9 inside the arc, and they have 9 for 9 free throws. 3 of those coming from Jokic. If you check out the highlights of the first quarter.
Sorkin over the top of Jokic early on. So that one of just 3 converted 2-pointers in the game. That another from Deni Avdia for Israel, who are 3 of 8 on the inside. They've taken more 3-point attempts than they have 2-point attempts. Serbia doing more of their damage close to the basket. And most of their damage coming from that man, Nikola Jokic. 14 first quarter points on perfect shooting. Israel reliant on their 3s to try and stay within touch of Serbia. They're 3 of 9 on the outside. Led by Deni Avdia on 8 points.
Jokic also fortunate to not have picked up a 3rd foul on a couple of occasions. He was battling for the offensive rebound, also had a steal that could have very easily been called a reach-in foul.
Do make sure you get the Courtside 1891 app if you haven't already, to get all of the live streams and schedules and scores from EuroBasket 2022 as we move towards the knockout stages in Berlin. Serbia will certainly be there. Israel not sure yet. Won their first 2 games, looked in a healthy position but lost yesterday. And if they lose again today, they face a do-or-die matchup with the host Czech Republic on game day 5 on Thursday. Jokic, who played every second of that first quarter, starts the second on the bench. Maybe the door not ajar, but at least unlocked for Israel to try and close the gap. Gal Mikel through a gap, shifts it on. Levy finishes on the reverse. It's down to 4.
Yeah, good find there by Mikel. But Lucic back on the floor for Serbia, so clearly he's good to go.
Micic sitting as well for Serbia. But they're so strong from their bench as well. Lucic, the captain, gets it on the turnaround over the top of Mikel, showing he's perfectly healthy. 6th lead for Serbia again. Cohen to Madar, 21-year-old Going for the underarm scoop high off the window, beating the shot blocker, Guduric.
Again, he is so skilled, jumping off the wrong foot for that lefty finish. He's 21 years old, very bright future.
Yaramaus. Jokic Kurica for close company. Played a beautiful through the legs bounce pass for a Kurica dunk yesterday.
See Lucic with a turnaround fadeaway. Backing down the smaller Mikel.
Lucic 2 of 2 from the field for 4 points. A couple of assists as well. Here he is again. Yaramaus. Up against Levy. Ogni and Yaramaus. Levy not budging. Menko helping out. Levy the block. Back into the hands of Yaramaus. Shot clock still ticking. Double denial.
Yeah, great defense that time from Nimrod Levy. Let's see if they can capitalize on the other end.
There's your very quick answer.
Well, Levy claiming he was held inside by Guduric, but it's a turnover for Israel. That's already number 7 here in the first half.
Well, 5 of them came in the first 5 minutes. The problem they've been trying to solve. Yaramaus. Nedovic. Spins into the paint. Back out. 3-point shot. Misses for Jokic Kurica.
Nice strip from Guduric.
Guduric steps behind the 3-point line. Lucic picked off. Madar leading the fast break here. Mikel into the paint. Far side. Menko had to wait for it to come to him, but then strings it. Israeli bench up on their feet.
Well, Menko 6 quick points off the bench, knocking down 2 threes. And the Israeli fans come back to life. As you see, Menko had Levy underneath. Defense collapses. Drive and kick. Spot up for the shooter. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Great transition offense there from Israel. The quick 7-2 run here to cut the deficit down to 1.
Rafi to the rescue.
Dajmo da se vratimo nazad. I previše preuzimamo I oni nas puše. Ajmo za tebe, tu down dotik, na zonu, znači odavde, ovdje pjetica, Haso izbrigao je ovdje odigraj ovdje, I sve isto.
Well, Serbia have led by as many as 10 points, but once more, Israel turning predominantly to the perimeter. They're still led by the 8 points of Deni Avdia, who produced their one soaring moment on the interior.
Well, Avdia still on the bench, getting some rest. Despite a great start, 8 points, a couple of rebounds. You see his numbers coming in, averaging 16 points, 9 rebounds, as well as 2.3 assists. And also fills up the stat sheet, a couple steals and blocks here and there.
Mitsic back in.
Oh, that's a backcourt.
Jan Madar celebrates, forcing the turnover. Well, Serbia have looked unstoppable through the course of Group D in Prague. They've led by 10 early on here. Israel with a chance to take their first lead. Cohen against Guduric, back out. There's the three. He did a couple already, misses that one. Off the mark from Menko. Mitsic back in the ballgame. Working with Jokic, Kurica. Jokic still on the bench, there's a whistle.
Well, Serbia on average has led for 37 of the 40 minutes of each game. And the times they haven't led, we're assuming we're probably ties at 0-0 or somewhere near there. They just haven't had to come back in any game. And obviously right now still have the 1-point lead with Avdia coming back into the game.
They just haven't been tested yet, Serbia. They've been too good. They're being tested here by Israel. In the second quarter, Micic 0 for 4 so far. Fouled on the 3, Levy landing in his space.
Well, we've seen it over and over again. Defenders looking to contest a three-pointer and unable to do so without fouling. Here it is, Levy. Just doesn't give him the space to land. And they're just fortunate it wasn't a 4-point play.
Well, Micic has been immaculate through the course of the opening 3 games. He's 0 of 4 from the field here, yet to dish an assist.
Well, the thing to think about, obviously, Jokic and Micic are 2 leading scorers at 16.7 and 14 points per game, respectively, but they also lead the team in assists, right? Micic averaging over 8 assists a game, Jokic 5, so your 2 best scorers are also your 2 best setup men. It's part of the reason why they're so successful.
It's part of the reason why they're the pair of MVPs. Nikola Jokic back-to-back NBA MVP, Vasilija Micic EuroLeague MVP 2 seasons ago, back-to-back Final Four MVP. And a back-to-back champion.
Well, the crowd heard you.
He makes his foul shots, 5 of 5. Serbia by 3. Madar fouled, far side by Micic. And that's his first.
I think he missed the first one. The scoreboard had it wrong for a second.
Yeah, they've changed it.
And a foul there. And of course, Vasa, who the EuroBasket 2017, the Serbia team didn't make it to the final, but he wasn't really a prominent player on that team. Just improved so much over the last 5 years.
Madar against Jagidic, Karija, Levy. Levy to the edge of the lane, over the hoop. Picked up on the far side by Cohen.
Well, Cohen, the former Davidson Wildcat, making Coach Bob McKillop proud there with a follow-up.
Micic working with Jagidic, Karija again. A chance to go one-on-one with Nimrod Levy. Into the lane. Dancing with the defense. Micic, but missing. Now with 5 from the field now.
A chance to take the lead here for Israel. One more pass.
Madar, the free man, on the perimeter. And hitting the target.
Oh, again, Israel, a confident team when the shots are falling. That's already their 5th three-pointer. You mentioned they've made 10 every game at least.
They lead here from 10 down.
Can't leave him open. Can't leave him open.
He wasn't going to keep on missing. Serbia back ahead. Micic's first field goal on his 6th attempt. Madar to Avdia. Guarded by Guduric. The pass to the free, Levy for 3. Nedovic the rebound. Midway point of the second, this one touched tight. That'll be the 3rd foul on Israel.
We see, first of all, Madar going for the reach, and then Levy. Sometimes that could easily be called an unsportsmanlike. You see the Madar three-pointer on the last possession for Israel. And the Micic answer as Madar goes under the screen, kind of miscommunication defensively. Leave the ball handler wide open.
Yeah, Madar 6 of 11 on the outside over the last 2 games. 1 of 2 here now. And with this game so close, Jokic reintroduced. Nedovic. Micic Micic. Jokic wants it, gets it straight away, wants to attack Avdia straight away, backing off the bench. Micic to the far side as he's falling down, and Lucic knocks it down.
So Lucic, who hasn't really been knocking down the three throughout the tournament, gets one to fall there. His first one of the week, and a turnover on the other end. So obviously Israel made a run with Jokic on the bench.
And just after his first field goal, his first assist for Vasilije Micic. Jokic commanding plenty of attention, Micic showing his passing ability, and Lucic locked and loaded.
Yeah, Lucic getting off to a nice start here. 7 points, perfect from the field. 2 assists as well.
Micic guarded by Madar. Looking back out again. Lucic to Kalinic, Jokic. Up against Sorkin, shot clock ticking down. Step through into a pack of Israeli players and continues his perfect scoring game.
Well, he has the defense at their mercy. The double team, unsure of whether or not to come. They know he can exploit it. Doesn't come quick enough. He scores over the single defender. Here's Avdia.
With Serbia back up by 6, Avdia lost it as he looked to shoot. Micic to Kalinic. Jokic guarded by Avdia this time. Volleyed back towards the basket and fouled as Levy came across to help.
Well, Jokic, obviously the strength advantage over Avdia. And the double team comes that time, but unable to do so without committing a foul. That's
Jokic, 16 points now, 6 of 6 shooting.
Israeli timeout on the floor.
Serbia lead by 6, 4 to play in the first half.
בוא נעשה את השולדר 3. שולדר 3. אוקיי. פה אחרי רומן. בסדר? יש לנו גארד פה. רומן בא, ויכול להיות שהם עשו הדג'. אז רומן, תעשה רצי סליפ אאוט.
Here's some Jokic highlights for all the fans at home. The assist to Lucic. Well, it's actually some Lucic highlights since he's put up 7 points here already. Doing inside, mid-range, and from the great beyond. Vladimir Lucic, such a versatile player, great defender, great rebounder, so good in the open floor. And he's knocking down the three. Another force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, we're talking about Jokic being perfect. Lucic saying, don't forget about me. 3 of 3 from the field, including a 3. 7 perfect points.
Jokic heads back to the foul line, where he's 3 for 3 so far.
Jokic, a 4-time NBA All-Star, 3-time All-NBA first-teamer, back-to-back MVP. More triple-doubles than any other player from Europe.
And also remember, he was a second-round draft pick. So all 30 teams passed.
41st pick.
Yeah, passed on Jokic.
Madar. Avdia wanting to attack Jokic into the lane. Sorkin, guarded by Kalinic. Can't grab it despite the height advantage.
That's the 3rd steal for Jokic, showing you that he also plays a little bit of defense.
Micic hangs and hits.
Yeah, the 2-man game between Micic and Jokic just puts the defense at their mercy. What do you do? Who do you go with?
Just like that, it's back up to 10.
Well, Jokic came back into the game.
Madar, deep 3, hits the bottom of the net.
Yeah, for me, Madar and Navdia basically have to be Israeli's version of Jokic and Mitsic.
The two 21-year-olds. It's a tall order. Guduric back out, Lucic. Guduric inside to Jokic. He's not happy at all. Navdia comes forward, finds Menko. He's hit a couple of threes. Into Sorkin though. Sorkin wants to attack. Jokic on the help defense. Sorkin can't get the better of those two, and Jokic reels in another rebound. Mitsic, three-point shots. Serbia hitting Israel hard.
Well, this time Jokic feeding his point guard and give him 5 rebounds, 2 assists to go to 18 points. Mitsic now in double figures with 12. His second three-pointer.
Slow start for Vasilija Mitsic, but he's come to life now.
For Tamir Blatt, as you see Jokic again with the footwork. Madar knocking down his second three. He'll head to the bench, replaced by Tamir Blatt as Mitsic had the answer.
Missed his first 5 shots, Mitsic. He's hit 3 in a row since. Navdia. Free man is Blatt in the corner, hasn't played too much. Misses that one. Sorkin got to it once, twice, and a third time. If at first you don't succeed, try again. 8 the margin, final 2 minutes of the first half. Mitsic. Into Jokic, puts it on the floor, looking back out, keeps hold of it somehow. In the paint, nobody can get it off him. 20 perfect first half points.
Yeah, he has yet to miss. Makes it look so easy.
1 minute and a half to play. Sorkin. Here in this first half, Serbia already have 45 points. Navdia hit by Guduric on the 3. Blatt, 4-3, right at the shot clock buzzer.
Well, Tamir Blatt, a few years ago, part of the team in 2018 in the qualifiers that beat Serbia in Israel. He had 10 assists that game. They need that kind of performance from him. Right now, he knocks down a 3 at the top of the key to make it a 7-point game with 1:13 left.
7-3 for Israel. They're down by 7.
See the kick out, Menko. This Israeli team has 7 different players that came into this matchup shooting 40% or better from 3. So they have the firepower around the perimeter, and they continue to let it fly. 7 made threes now in this first half.
From 5 different players as well. Rafi Menko making a couple. Tamir Blatt just made his first. Madar's made a couple recently too. 73 seconds to play in this first half. Jokic on the bench. Well, Giannis's 41 earlier was the most in a single EuroBasket game since Dirk Nowitzki's 43 in 2001. Jokic a perfect 20 before halftime. Can he keep it going in the second half here? For now, he leaves it to his teammates. Yeromaz. Lucic to Guduric. Up against Panini, the 39-year-old, and Guduric gets the better of him. Guduric really came to the fore yesterday, 11 points on 3 of 5 three-point shooting. Serbia back up by 10. That's only their 3rd foul. A mismatch, Yeromaz grabbing the jersey of Sorkin. 38 seconds to play in the first half. They still have a foul to give. There's the crossover step back 3 from Guduric. Menko getting free for the three. Batted back, recovered by Panini. Black. Far side, Panini. Zusman, the pass was too high.
That almost came to us, Tim. I was ready.
But it's turnover number 10 of the first half for Israel. And they're down by 10. Nominal differential between shot clock and game clock. Serbia to try and hold it for the final shot and to try and hit the half-century mark again. They've hit 100 points in 2 of their 3 games already here in Prague. Guduric going to work, bumping bodies with Sorkin, losing the ball, picking it back up off the hard work and scoring. They're in pursuit of another century. The unstoppable Serbs.
Yep, halfway there with a 12-point advantage. You see the near steal from Israel. Guduric stays with it. A little lefty scoop off the glass as the time runs out.
For all of Israel's hard work, it is now the largest deficit of the game. At halftime, Israel 38, Serbia 50.
Well, once again, Serbia, the definition of efficiency, 57% from the field. They go 42% from 3 and get to the free throw line 14 times, converting 93% of those. Meanwhile, Israel, not necessarily struggling, but 41% from the field. You see Israel actually +5 on the rebounds, but it's the turnovers doubling up on Serbia. And of course, Jokic unstoppable, 20 points on 7 of 7 from the field, 3 steals, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists. That's a Misic, 12 points of his own.
Another huge offensive output for Serbia, 24 in the first, 26 in the second. Israel desperately trying to keep up. Deni Avdija doing his best. One of a couple of players to lead them on 8 points. But Serbia, not just all about Jokic and Micic. They've had several other contributors. Lucic doing well. Guduric scoring late on. Zusman knocking down one of the 7 threes for Israel. But even hitting 7 threes, a couple more than Serbia. They trail by 12. Deni Avdija's biggest moment. Israel did well to close a 10-point gap and take the lead. But then Jokic came back off the bench. 20 perfect points at halftime. 7 of 7 from the field, including a 3. 5 of 5 from the line. 5 rebounds and 3 steals.
Israel was able to kind of get the momentum at a few different points in that first half, but the response from Serbia, and this is a very confident Serbian team. Obviously last summer, disappointment in the Olympic qualifying tournament in Belgrade, losing to Italy. That team really didn't have the chemistry it felt. This one right here feels like they've been playing together for a long time.
Had a tough time at the World Cup as well, of course, in 2019. Serbia, one of the favorites, went out far earlier than was expected.
Yeah, losing to Argentina there in the quarterfinals.
Jokic, a different animal here at EuroBasket. And the question still looms large. Who can stop Serbia in pursuit of the goal? At halftime, they lead Israel by 12, 38-50.
Nice fake.
Balcerowski trying to weave his way past Sorkin and gets a score.
Well, he seemed like he had a direct lane to the basket, kind of went the other way, finishing with the left.
Jokic back from Davidovats, passes out to the double team. Guduric takes a dribble, 3-point shot again. Back-to-back threes for Marko Guduric, back-to-back assists for Jokic.
Oh, wow.
8 points, make it 10.
No, he didn't, Tim. The veteran move, throwing it off the back of Avdia on the inbounds.
Smith to the corner. Seaman is short. Oh!
Makovic comes over and dunks it, Mark.
Makovic with a big throwdown. Didn't stop working.
Another steal here.
Yanez.
Ooh! Hey!
Runway opens up for the Yannick Karinja takeoff. The 35-year-old can fly.
What a highlight.
0.3, you can't come down with the ball. You've got to tip the ball to the rim. And they get it, and it's an and one. Down low. Coach loves it. Absolute non-concentration by Great Britain defense.
Great hands. Fontecchio does so much more than scores. Pisu drops it down. Oh! Lamb, what a block! Here's Smith, ball screen, goes upstairs!
And one. Beautiful play here.
Yes, Kulamay drops inside, great play. Oh! Oh! Throw that down and no need to do anything but get back on defense.
Listen, that boy has made me stand out on my seat twice in a row. Big dunk.
Again, forcing the play, there's no need to. Here come Ukraine, they look long. Oh, what a play!
Incredible look up to the rim. And he asked for the ball, put his hand up, he said, hey, throw it, and I'll go get it.
Welcome back to the O2 Arena in Prague. Half-time, a Serbia 12-point lead, led by 20 perfect points from Nikola Jokic. 6 of 6 from 2, 1 of 1 from 3, 5 of 5 from the stripe. His 20 points coming in 14 minutes on court. He's got 5 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals and a block shot. It just looks too easy for Nikola Jokic, and it just looks too easy for Serbia. In pursuit of 4-0, and they've won their previous 3 games of this tournament by an average margin of 22.3 points. He went to the bench for a brief break. Israel went on a run, overturned a 10-point deficit to take the lead. Jokic came back in, and at halftime, it's a 12-point margin. Deni Avdia, one of a couple of players on 8 points, along with Yam Madar to lead Israel. Avdia 2 of 3 on the interior, hitting just 1 of 4 on the perimeter. He's got a couple of rebounds and a couple of assists as well. But Jokic just dominating this ball game. And Israel don't have the strength in depth that Serbia have. Avdia having to play long minutes. Israel still needing a win to make it to the last 16 bracket in Berlin, despite winning their first 2 games, despite Avdia having 20+ point performances and flying high early on here. Israel still under pressure. If they lose here, it's a do-or-die game against the Czech Republic in this arena in 2 days' time.
Well, that is looking more and more likely. Again, Serbia 12 points off the turnovers from Israel. They've already forced 10 there in that first half. Israel does have the advantage, 10-5 on the second chance points. But Serbia, 11 easy fast break points. They've been leading for 19 of the 20 minutes yet again. Just that's what they do. They get ahead and they do not relinquish the lead.
Serbia fans sitting comfortably for now, always very vocal during the course of the action. We saw plenty of shots there of the Israeli fans, still very much enjoying the occasion. Perhaps didn't expect too much from this matchup with one of these standout contenders for the gold here at EuroBasket. They might save their voices for Thursday, but then again, they'll be drowned out by thousands of Czech fans here at the O2. They've shown their grittiness before at this tournament, and they've shown their ability even in this game to knock down threes. They came from 14 down to beat Finland in overtime in the first game, and they trailed by 12 at the half. It's far from over, but it's just hard to see how anybody can guard Jokic and how anybody can deal with Serbia's strength in depth. No matter who steps up on the court, they contribute. And there's a look at the game leaders for Israel. 8 points for Madar to tie the 8 of Avdia. 3 assists for Gal Merkel, who's been ultra efficient facilitating the ball when he's been on the court. We've not seen too much of Tamir Blatt. Jan Madar getting longer and longer minutes as the tournament progresses. One of the men who helped lead Israel to gold at the under-20 Euros in 2019 when he averaged a tournament high 7.7 assists. He and Denny Avdia, stars of that team. And the 2 21-year-olds who have that weight of expectation on their shoulders. We've been really impressed with Madar through the course of this tournament, though.
No, he does have just a nice touch on the outside, great ball handling. You know, his decision-making has improved. You can see the coach is getting more confidence in him as well. As the games kind of roll on, we'd like to see him and Tamir Blatt on the court at the same time at some point, but obviously they would be giving up considerable size advantage there to Serbia. On the other end, Jokic, shockingly, the focus player, 20 points on 7 of 7 from the field, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists, a couple of 3 steals. Just a typical first half for Jokic.
He just makes it look far too easy. How many minutes will he play in this second half if Serbia are out in front? Will he have seen that stat line from Giannis earlier on? 41 points for Antetokounmpo earlier today. The biggest tally at a EuroBasket for 21 years. Jokic 20 at the half here. His average through the course of this tournament has been 16.7 points, already well over that. Yesterday, as close as he's been to the triple-double, 13 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists.
Well, Giannis going 13 of 18 from the field and 15 for 18 from the free throw line on his way to his 41 points and 9 rebounds. Just 27 minutes. So course, also Germany and Slovenia in action at the moment. They just started the fourth quarter. A certain guy named Luka Doncic, 25 points and 8 rebounds at that one. And Italy and Croatia, the other game currently ongoing. So far in this one, though, we've been able to watch the MVP go to work. 7 field goals.
Day of EuroBasket action. All of the teams taking to the court across the 4 different venues. Over in that group of death in Cologne, there'll be a straight shootout tomorrow between Lithuania and Bosnia. And it's looking increasingly likely that we might have one here between Israel and Czech Republic.
Well, Lithuania getting their first win today against Hungary. Who would have thought that Lithuania could lose their first 3 games of a EuroBasket?
I'm sure Nikola Jokic has the EuroBasket app. You can too. Just download it. Check on those incredible stats from the NBA MVP as he starts the second half, as does Vasilija Micic. Serbia showing no mercy.
So Blatt starts on the bench. Madar gets the starting nod here.
Micic into Jokic, wrapped up by Sorkin. Anything to try and stop him. The foul on the floor.
Yeah, I just can't understand why the players complain so much about the foul when it's such a clear foul. Your arm is inside of his arms. Yeah, that's a foul every time. And again, it's hard to obviously, muscle Jokic out of the way. But a 2-3 zone here. Matchup zone kind of look, and of course Jokic.
Jokic the pass, Lucic goes the other way. Jokic, shot clock down to 3 here, is he aware? Of course he is, gets it away just in time. First miss of the game though shows he's human.
Well, possession still stays down here with Serbia. And Jokic shows that he is human. Can miss. Kalinic has been scoreless so far, but
double figures in all 3 games. Heading into this one, Nikola Kalinic. Jokic guarded by Sorkin, passes across to the corner. Guduric scrapes the rim, and a 3rd chance scoring opportunity for Serbia. So tough to take for Israel. Playing defense after defense. Micic then gets fouled. That's too early on Israel.
Back to the free throw line for Vasilija Micic. 4 or 5 so far. And you see there the tap on the wrist. No question about it by Menko.
Micic had a really slow start in this one. Missed his first 5 shots from the field. And then hit 3 in a row. Also went 4 or 5 from the free throw line.
Micic now the next great Serbian guard. Obviously Bogdanovic, after having surgery in July, unable to participate in the EuroBasket. Teodosic seems to have his Serbian national team days numbered, to say the least.
Cut from the team before the start of this tournament by Svetislav Pešić, the coach. 13 the lead for Serbia. Largest of the game, Avdija versus Micic. Madar, 5 on the shot clock. Fizzes one to the corner. Gal Mikel knocks it down from deep.
Well, they needed that one. Let's see if they can build on the momentum. Oh, good defense from Madar. And the ball bounced on the half-court line. So Madar's been playing some good ball pressure. It's the second backcourt that he's forced in this game.
Throughout this tournament, 3-and-D has been the key for Israel as they knock down their 8-3 and then force a turnover. Gal Mikel. Sorkin to Madar. Madar, one further on. Rafimenko hit 2 in the first half, has one in the second. 3-pointer again. Israel closed the gap to 7.
Here they come again. They can shoot the lights out. Can they get stopped defensively? You expect Jokic to get another touch here.
Indeed, from Kalinic's pass. Up against Menko. Mikal there with the help defense. Kalinic for 3. It's not happening for him today. Abdia the rebound. A chance to make this one close. 2 minutes into the second half. Menko again for 3. Big opportunity blow. Goodrich into the paint, bumping bodies with Abdia and scoring.
Goodrich, after a tough couple first games, started to pick up his offense. Comes in averaging 8 points per game on just 35% from the field, but able to get the finish through the contact of Abdia, as you see here. Michael spotting up in the corner.
9 threes now for Israel, but trailing by 9. Goodrich back at Fenerbahce last season, had a year in the NBA with the Grizzlies. Part of the silver medal winning team at EuroBasket 2017 with Serbia. Madar.
Left his feet.
Kalinic behind the back and a foul call on Menko, the 4th on Israel already after 2.5 minutes of this quarter.
Again, Madar indecisive in the air. You see Kalinic gets the steal, pushes the tempo.
3rd on Menko. The 3rd Israeli, I beg your pardon, to pick up 3. Levy and Sorkin also on 3.
Menko just 4 minutes yesterday of action against Poland, scoreless. And in this one playing much better, thanks to the 3 3-pointers.
Mitsic fakes the pass one way, slices and dices the defense the other.
He's able to put such a nice spin on the ball when he gets to the basket. Just knows how to use that backboard effectively.
15 points for Mitsic, even after the slow start. Mikal to Madar. Goes baseline, taking the ring road around the defense. Mikal, shot clock ticking down. Sorkin denied on the reverse.
Jokic playing more defense. And they're going to call a flop on Meckel, who tried to draw the charge on Jokic. Seemed like there was some contact, but I guess it's just too far away from the action. Take a look at the replay as Kalinic will take the free throw, the technical free throw. Here you see Jokic gives up the ball and then, runs into Meckel. Didn't see him there. One more time. So, okay. That would have been the 3rd foul on Jokic after picking up the quick 2 in the first quarter.
Israel at the foul limit. Mitsic will go to the line. Real frustration for Israel right now, trying to keep a lid on the Serbian superstars. Feeling like they need some help.
It's the foot speed defensively. The lateral movement just isn't quite there. That's why as Zusman comes back on, he does a better job of staying in front of the ball handlers.
Mitsic 5 of 7 at the line. Nikola Militinov missed the first 2 games, didn't travel initially because he was ill. Ready to play yesterday and today, but he hasn't taken to the court. So Serbia, as they advance, might get even deeper.
Yeah, using a 10-man rotation here today, although we really haven't seen Ristić at all. and Davidovic.
15 the lead for Serbia. Avdija over the top of Jokic, too long. Avdija down. And Serbia threatening to really pull away here. Jokic yet to score in the second half, poked away by Avdija. Still Serbia possession.
At that time, the double team a little bit more effective against Jokic.
Micic guarded by Madar. Switches on to Zusman. Jokic rolls inside. Micic fakes it one way, maybe looking for the corner, knocked out of bounds. And they're really flustered right now, Israel.
Well, every whistle being questioned by the Israelis, as you see here. It did seem like it went off the left thigh. And they're getting a warning.
There is only 3 to shoot at least, as far as they're concerned, but they have to focus. After that disappointment, and Micic left unguarded on the perimeter, can't quite make them pay. Madar forces it down the floor, up high, Mikel couldn't convert and connect with Sorkin. Lucic. Jokic versus Avdija. Not quite the highlight reel assist. Sorkin over the top of Jokic.
Well, I like that Sorkin went right back at Jokic after missing the last layup and obviously getting blocked a couple possessions ago. Not fazed by it. He's got 6 points now on the night.
13 the gap, corner 3. Well, Israel get a basket, Serbia come back with a 3. They're happy to trade blows. Nikola Kalinic from the corner.
Well, again, another nice feed this time from Guduric. Finding the spot-up shooter in the corner. Avdija hands down on the closeout. And it's the 6th three-pointer of the game for Serbia.
Jump in. Check, we jump inside 25. Gonna leave ice. 25. Try to keep them on the side. זה אומר weak side. 55. אתה פה משחק במקום להיות פה. והוויק סייד להיות פה. פה סייד להיות בפנים.
Well, Jokic has stopped scoring, but Micic has started.
לא לוותר, חבר'ה.
And if one superstar, one MVP doesn't get you, the other will. Micic up to 17 points behind the 20 of Jokic. And they've had plenty of help from the supporting cast as well. 8 points for Guduric, 7 for Lucic, 6 for Nedovic. No question about who their 2 standout stars are, though.
Well, this lead now 16 points, and real danger for Israel as we hit the midway point of the third quarter. It's the largest lead of the game.
Madar. Mikel, back to Madar again, shot clock to 7. Far side, Zusman. Madar, is he going to pull the trigger on the perimeter? It's a long 2 if it goes. It doesn't. Really well defended by Serbia. Jokic turning quarterback. And Israel get back with their transition defense.
Well, also need to mention Avdija still stuck on 8 points, which he had early on. A long baseball pass from Jokic, unsuccessful. And Jegedic Karica thought he was fouled on that one. So Avdija will head to the bench.
Nimrod Levy had foul trouble earlier. Madar. Cohen, back to Mikel. Mikel, Madar. Far side it goes as they work it around the perimeter, trying to get some room to shoot. And it bounces kindly off front tie-in for Nimrod Levy. His second field goal. 14 the gap. Israel's bench stepping up. We talked about Serbia's strength in depth. Mitsic going to work on Levy. Shot clock down to the final few seconds. Lost it in the lane. A chance in transition for Israel before the Serbian defense can set. Gal Mikel around the back. Goes to the line for two.
Well, Mikel making things happen on his own on that play. He had the three early on in the quarter. Gets the strip here. Takes the ball away from Mitsic. And goes all the way. A little Bob Cousy around the back. Draws the foul. 2 free throws to come.
He's a two-time Israeli League champion, MVP and assist leader. Also played 35 games in both the NBA and the EuroLeague. Now with Andorra in the Spanish League. Israel not giving up hope, from 16 down within 12.
Medical part of that 2015 EuroBasket team from Israel.
Mitsic. More of a scorer than a creator so far in this one. Jokic. Two players who can do both. Jokic versus Nimrod Levy. Wasn't aware of the shot clock. So after that perfect first half for Nikola Jokic, 1 or 2 blemishes here in the third quarter. A bit of encouragement for Israel. His first turnover of the game. He's failed to add to his first half 20 points. 1 miss in this quarter. Gal Mikel to Cohen, left with the freedom of the perimeter to make Serbia pay. And it's a single-digit margin.
Good response here from Israel in the last couple minutes. And it's now the +3 for them in the quarter.
Kalinic to Jokic. Levy riding his back, goes back to Kalinic. He converts on the perimeter again.
Again, he's such a glue guy for this team. Just hits the right shot at the right time. Makes plays defensively. Doesn't try to do too much.
Cohen, same spot. Too long this time though. And Kalinic double figures in all 4 games now. Jokic, offensive foul.
So that time they do call the offensive foul rather than the flop.
His third.
So both Mitsic and Jokic head to the bench. 2.5 left in the third. Israel poised to perhaps make a run here.
This is the time for Israel. A big 2.5 minutes to finish the third. They've shown they're capable of matching Serbia here in the third with Jokic and Mitsic on the floor. Now the 2 superstars on the bench. Gal Mikel with Israel down 12. Not what they needed.
Good team defense from Serbia. Very dangerous pass. Kalinic picks it off.
He didn't have a single turnover the first 3 games. He's had 3 today. Yaramaz on the sidestep 3. Too long. Long rebound. Lucic back to Guduric. Serbia come again. Guduric towards the elbow. Defense got a piece of it. And now they're out in transition. 3-on-2. Gal Mikel wanted to go all the way to the basket.
Alley-oop. Oh no, Lucic.
Serbia to show them how it's done. No. Lucic goes down hurt beyond the baseline as the play goes on. He's still down. Serbia fans not happy.
Well, Lucic wanted a lob. Instead, caught it on the wing, took a dribble, took off, and it was met at the apex. Just hope he's okay, obviously. Take a look here. Cohen somewhat goes up, straight up, but not sure if he twisted his knee or if there was kind of a knee-to-knee contact. It feels like it's more of a bruise. Let's take a look here. Seems like he kind of banged knees, but I am not a doctor, so I won't try to make a diagnosis.
It's a fair challenge on the shot.
And we've seen a lot of foul calls throughout today. Obviously, the Czech-Finland game was extremely physical. That game had about 55 fouls, I believe.
I think the frustration of the Serbian fans, very vocal behind us, is that it took a few seconds to blow the whistle to stop the play. So check on Lucic. He's back on his feet, seems to be moving okay. And asking a question to the official.
Well, he has to come out of the game since they stopped the game to check on him. So looks like they're going to insert Dusan Ristic.
Ristic comes in for the first time today. 26-year-old, 2 meters 13 center. In game 1 had 11.6 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds and a steal in 17.5 minutes.
That's a lazy play there from Adar. Very lackadaisical on the catch.
Turnover 14 for Israel, 4 more than Serbia.
Here's that Jake Cohen 3. And then the response from Kalinic.
Israel have hit that mark of 10 threes in the game already, with a minute and a half of the third quarter to play. They've had at least 10 in every game, and still down by 12. Yaramas hasn't had his usual scoring spurt yet in the game. And they're saying that didn't hit the rim, it's a shot clock violation. Not where Dusan Ristic wanted to shoot from, coming in for the first time all game. Madar versus Yaramas. Avdia creating the room on the perimeter for Cohen. Madar. Avdia. There's a foul on Yaramas. Avdia still hasn't scored in the second half. 8 points in the first.
Yeah, hasn't scored in the first quarter, really. And again, considering how aggressive he was in those first couple games, it's been a little bit different the last two.
Madar. Cohen moves inside. Some contact then with Jokic Karic.
When I say Euro, you say basket. When I say Euro, when I say Euro, you say basket.
4th foul on Serbia in this third quarter. 49.7 seconds to play. Serbia being made to work here by a determined Israel team. We said they were gritty, and the officials will go and have a look at this contact from Jokic Karic.
Yeah, kind of like a shoulder check as Cohen was coming down the lane. Was that a basketball play?
Everybody, put your hands in the air. When I say clap,
Regular foul.
Okay. I don't know anymore.
4th foul on Serbia. And a non-shooting foul, of course, so just an inbounding situation for Israel, down 12. Low scoring this quarter, 15-15. Serbia had 50 points at the half. Madar. Working with Cohen. Madar spots a path into the paint and scores again. Jan Madar getting better and better.
Again, you can tell he's just worked on his game so much. Very skilled, able to finish the right, the left, so many different ways.
10 the gap. They need a defensive stop and a conversion.
Madar, the first Israeli player in double figures.
Shot clock running down again. They hunt in packs for the ball. And it is a violation.
Yeah, just a 10-point game, despite the fact that Israel just hasn't had much scoring from their superstar, D, as you see here. Madar, the lefty scoop off the glass.
17 seconds, plenty of time for Israel to try and make it a single-digit margin, head into the fourth quarter. .5 points per game from Yam Madar over the last two, as well as 3 assists a game after hardly playing on game day 1. And stepping up again here for the 3rd game in a row. Now Dia, he'll orchestrate the offense and work in the final 5 seconds now. Now Dia takes the step back, long range 3. Denny doing it at the buzzer, and Israel still believe.
Well, he has that in his game. Clearly the 6'8" guard, so skilled from the perimeter. Couple tween, step back 3. Buckets.
First points of the second half for Denny Avdia, and what a time to get them.
And again, 7-point game. Israel has a little bit of momentum. They win that quarter by 5. A win here for them would be huge.
Remember, Serbia winning the first 3 games by an average margin of 22.3 points. Israel pushing them as much as they have been pushed so far here at EuroBasket in Prague.
Well, you see the shooting numbers. Serbia cooling off a little bit, 49% from the field overall. Israel 45%. Only 5 free throws so far for Israel in the game. They've made all 5, but Serbia's gotten to the line 20 times and made 18 of those. But 11 three-pointers has kept them close.
And as we said at the half, now at the end of the 3rd quarter, still more 3s than 2s for Israel. 11 at 46%. As they try and keep hold of Serbia in this race to the finish.
Well, Serbia with 7 turnovers in that quarter, so a little bit more sloppy for them. And we're going to see Jokic come back onto the floor.
Even Jokic guilty of 2 of those turnovers. Missed his only shot of the quarter. The 20 perfect first half points. Avdia to inbound the ball to start the 4th. And a once 16-point Serbian lead has been cut to 7. Madar probing on the perimeter, finding Avdia. Back to Madar. Avdia aggressive at the start of this quarter, and a whistle as he tries to throw it to the corner. He was tripped.
Well, gets up gingerly. Looking to walk it off as you see Avdia. Micic going in for the reach. And he's been very expressive in this tournament. Avdia, part of the maturation process.
3rd foul on Micic. That was the 5th foul drawn by Avdia, more
nice
than anybody
cut.
else, and he gets in behind, bounce pass, not quite connected.
Exactly, yeah, good cut from Avdia, but Jake Cohen unable to deliver the pass in stride.
Micic dealing with the pressure at center court of Madar, getting free via the screen. And then from Jokic as well. Micic to work himself in the final few seconds. Looking to give Avdia a taste of his own medicine, but a miss.
Another chance here to cut it down from 7. Avdia likes the matchup. Nice pass!
Incredible feed down the baseline with court vision, awareness and execution of Denny Avdia.
And the fact that it went right by Jokic as well. It was a 5-point game.
Well, the Joker's playbook.
Top 10.
Yaramaz for three.
Well, a chance to make this a one-possession game.
Dia scoring and facilitating now. Back out it goes. Cohen passes on one further. They work it around the perimeter. Madar! Israeli excellence on offense. From 16 down, they're within 2 of Serbia.
Madar yet again. It's Madar and Avdia. Those two stepping up.
His third three, up to 13 points.
Here he is against Jokic. So now double figures for Madar and Avdia. Take a look here. The extra pass from Levy. Madar just such a nice touch. And watch this pass from Avdia. Behind the back, dime.
Micic, pressure on Serbia for the very first time here in Prague. Yaramaz to the corner. Micic knows how to thrive under pressure.
Absolutely lives for moments like these. 20 points for him now to lead all scorers.
Levy back to Avdia. Well, they had Zusman completely free, far side. Frustrated is Cohen, missing the shot. Yaramaz out in transition and a foul reaching in.
And the unsportsmanlike foul call. We'll see here, Avdia. Oh no, it's Cohen. That's a pretty easy call. Couldn't make a play on the ball.
Well, no legitimate attempt to play the basketball from Jake Cohen. A bit frustrated, I think, after failing to play the pass to the open shooter in the corner and then missing the two himself. That Micic one in the corner was a 2.
Okay.
Quarter to 2, so he's got 19 points. Jokic, Kalinic, Jagodic, Karija up for the battle with Avdia. Well short, Jokic there.
Well, Jokic with one arm, able to get the rebound and finish all at once. And look at the steal.
Kalinic looking to go all the way through. Maybe near teammates backing him up behind him. Ognjen Yaramaz there. Back-to-back scores in a couple of blinks of the eye for Serbia. Back ahead by double figures.
Well, what a response from Serbia. You see here Jokic. See, it's tangled with Cohen. Doesn't even matter that his left hand wasn't at his disposal. And then Madar, the turnover. Kalinic throws it off the backboard. Probably not on purpose, but Yaramaz, the follow-up. So Jokic now with 22 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 assists, 2 blocks.
Jack, Nimrod. Jack, you're coming, pick and pop. Look, is probably going to be inside. יש לך פה.
So Jokic 1 rebound away from becoming the first ever Serbian to have 3 straight triple doubles at a EuroBasket. He's had plenty of help though. They were his first points of the second half.
Yeah, well, Guduric, you see the highlight package here. Pass played well. Obviously Micic with 19 points. Kalinic, Lucic 7 apiece. Guduric right at his average across the board. And after scoring the first 5 points of the fourth quarter, Serbia responds to Israel's run with an 8-0 run of their own.
Israel got a 16-point deficit down to 2, but it's back up to 10. Serbia always seem to have an extra gear. Cohen.
Line drive three-pointer, no good.
Mitsic. Slowing it down. Jokic. Yaramaz to the corner. Three-point shot. Jagadic Karica off the mark. Batted back in the first 14. Kalinic in to Jokic, guarded by Cohen. Perfect pass into the hands of Yaramaz, who hits the three. Too many weapons.
Nearly a 4-point play there on the contest from Dia, but another assist for Jokic. Another pass right on the money into the shooter's pocket. Another response from Serbia.
Cohen, 13 the lead. It's an 11-point unanswered run. Zusman can't end it. And Serbia aren't hanging around. Mitsic. Back to Jokic. Back to Mitsic. Back to Jokic. MVP and MVP combining. This time the pass tipped away. Now Dia to settle in the half court. 5.5 minutes to play. Israel need another run. A really deep three from Nimrod Levy. And the comeback charge might just have run out of steam.
Jokic the high post.
Off to Kalinic, far side this time.
The cut.
Jokic gets it and one. So slow, so smooth, so in control. Pinpoint passing. And plenty of scoring.
Well, just like that, a chance now to reclaim the largest lead of the game. It's already a 13-0 run.
How would Serbia deal with being pushed for the first time? Israel scoring the first 5 points of this quarter to make it a 2-point game. And Serbia have just provided the answer, a 14-point unanswered run. 16 tying the largest lead.
Well, 4 fouls on Jokic.
Still needs that one rebound.
Exactly, I was thinking about that. Needs the rebound for the double-double.
Serbia finish their group tomorrow at the same time, 9 p.m. local time, the final game of Group D against Poland. If Israel don't win this one, they face the hosts at 5:30 p.m. local time, the second game on this court. On game day 5 in 2 days' time. A rest day tomorrow. All of these players will have earned it. 4 games over the space of 5 days. Mitsic on to Yaramaz. Jokic threatens the 3, keeps hold of it, shot clock ticking down. Jokic inside, grabs his own rebound, and there's the 3rd straight triple-double for Nikola Jokic, the first Serbian player in EuroBasket history to have that honor.
Again, getting double-doubles is not easy with the points and the rebounds. And of course, it's adding 4 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks to that stat line. A plus 21-point differential. Jokic his best scoring game so far. And we just saw Markkanen have a phenomenal game for Finland.
Maldia. Mitsic the rebound. The wind well and truly sucked out of Israeli sails. Jokic kicking them when they're down.
Early offense, easy offense.
29 points, 10 rebounds. Up high, Madar caught it under the backboard and put it in.
Again, the two young stars for Israel. Madar is 6 of 8 from the field to go with 4 assists and his 3 threes.
Mitsic to work with Jokic again. Off the window, grabbed by Sorkin. Sorkin on the offensive end. Looking back, Madar's hit a few threes already. That one halfway down, back out, back in again.
Well, again, you can see why he was an NBA draft pick once upon a time. Who knows if he'll get back to the NBA officially at some point, but here he catches the lob from Zusman. Little verticality from Madar. High riser for the young guard, and then I feel like every time he's been open, he's knocked it down, especially tonight, 4 of 5 from 3.
18 points to lead Israel in scoring.
Now you get to see Jokic go to work, whether it's rebounding, scoring, or dishing, finishing through contact. He's done everything tonight.
Serbia's EuroBasket cheat code. Nikola Jokic, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 6 fouls drawn, 11 of 13 shooting. Markkanen's had a couple of 30-plus point games. Jokic has one in his sights. Serbian fans showing their appreciation to their set of stars. Will be rewarded with the stars remaining on the floor for the final 3 minutes here. Mitsic and Jokic amongst the Serbian 5. Despite the 13-point lead, Mitsic and his pocket pick was mugged, and Madar to the basket continues his scoring streak.
Well, Madar, definitely one of the young stars of this EuroBasket. You see there, picks the pocket of Mitsic. He's had a couple breakaway layups in the last few games. And now 20 points for him on 8 of 10 from the field. It's his second steal.
Of course, Madar plays his club basketball in Serbia with Partizan Belgrade under Željko Obradović. It's all about the noise these fans can create. So 16 cut to 11. And a turnover again.
Well, again, that run from Serbia pushed this lead back out, but Israel has played well in spurts. And Tamir Blatt just 7 minutes, Tomer Ginat just 5 minutes. So changes in the rotation here from Israel.
Madar, he's the man right now. Gets it back from Zusman, 2.5 to play. 20 points for Jan Madar so far. Foul, that's the 4th on Serbia. 3rd on Yaramaz.
Haven't seen much of Nedovic here in the second half.
Menko inbounds to Madar. Sorkin back to Madar. He's only missed 1 3 so far. Passes on to Menko. He's hit 3 as well. Onto the baseline, back out. Three-point shot, they need it, and they get it from Deni Avdija. Israel refused to die.
Again, a qualification to the round of 16 on the line here for Israel as the shot clock has malfunctioned.
It made it an 8-point margin from 16 down, and they've still got 2 minutes. Deni Avdija up to 14 points, knocks down his third three. It's the team's 14th. Serbia getting a bit sloppy down the stretch. Punished for a couple of turnovers. Jokic versus Sorkin. Zusman there on the help. Back out it goes to Mitsic. Shot clock winding down. Yaramaz, huge shot from Ognjen Yaramaz.
Well, he's played a big role here in the second half as the other guard.
Madar, and a miss from him. The story of 2 threes ends the comeback. A minute and a half to play, Serbia by 11. Jokic spins baseline, passes out to the double team. Kalinic hit on the three. A chance at a 4-point play. And Serbia, the unstoppable force, plowing through everything in their path here in Prague.
Well, Kalinic just makes plays at timely moments. That's his third three. He's got 10 points again to continue his streak. Rafimenko fouls out. And another assist for Jokic. But he can't complete the 4-point play.
Israel know their race is run. And they need to refuel and go again on game day 5 on Thursday.
Jokic might have just fouled out of this one. Oh, they're going to give it.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
So no 30-point game for Nikola Jokic, but he does become the first Serbian player ever in EuroBasket history to have 3 straight triple-doubles. 29 points, 11 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 11 of 13 from the field in 31 minutes. And he hears chants of MVP as he fouls out to the bench.
Well, Serbia back in action tomorrow against Poland. 2 teams that have qualified already for the next round. So we'll see what kind of lineups they bring out. Obviously, seeding always a thing.
The Czechs lost by 13 to Serbia. That's as close as anybody's been here in Prague. Israel down 13 right now. Final minute. Serbia set to go 4-0 and remain perfect at the top of the group. Israel, after winning their first 2, set to lose 2 in a row and fall to 2-2. Avdija taking another 3. Offensive rebound put back in by Sorkin.
Sorkin now the 3rd player in double figures, finishing the game with 11 points and 9 rebounds for Israel.
Fans of both teams up on their feet for the finish. Yaramaz misses. Long pass down the floor and a turnover. Well, this group started with such promise for Israel, but it's going down to the wire. Do or die against Czech Republic on Thursday. Serbia, though, unstoppable at the top of the group in Prague, thanks to that man there, Nikola Jokic. with his third straight double-double. Israel 78, Serbia 89, the final score.
Once again, Serbia leads wire to wire. And they put up 89 points, just a few below their average. Another dominant performance from this superstar-laden Serbian team. Israel showed a lot of fight, a lot of grit. Never went away. Yamadar, 20 points, 4 assists. Knocked down the number of three-pointers. But it wasn't quite enough.
Serbia, one of just 2 unbeaten teams remaining in EuroBasket 2022. They've won all of their games by double figures. Super percentages from all distances and angles in this one. They edge the battle on the boards, 2 fewer turnovers as well. Jokic hearing it from these fans. 29 points for him, backed up by the 19 of Mitsic. Madar leading a late Israeli rally, finished with 20.
There were plenty of highlights in this game. See a lot of three-point shooting. Obviously, Israel knocking down 14 threes in a losing effort. Thea finishes with 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. But the combination of 19 points from Vasa Misic and 29 from the MVP is too much for the Israelis.
A very respectable effort from Israel, the closest anybody's been to Serbia so far in this group in Prague. It all goes down to game day 5 for them. 3 places locked up in the group. Poland and Finland punching their tickets earlier on this court to join Serbia in the last 16. The Dutch eliminated earlier on with defeat, and we know it will be Israel or the host, the Czech Republic, depending on who wins that matchup tomorrow. Well, the Czechs have had a little bit of extra rest. Israel fighting to the finish against the best team in the group. And the Czechs will have a big crowd behind them in Prague. How do you see that game playing out, Josh?
Honestly, it's hard to say. Czech Republic today, a very, very physical game. Obviously, very emotional as well. Sederansky came back. How will he feel tomorrow after playing today? A lot of minutes. And meanwhile, for Israel, you know, they changed the rotation up a little bit. Yamadar getting a few more minutes. One of the kind of focal points on the offense. But you got to find your 5. That's all. And it's basically like a game 7, whatever you want to call it, a final even for both of those teams tomorrow. Of course, the home side will have the home court advantage, but these Israeli fans have traveled in bunches, and we should be in for a thrill. I just want a good game.
We've had plenty of them here in Prague over the first 4 game days. And it's been a pleasure having your company for them. And there's one more game day to come in the Czech capital. 3 more games, one of them huge, but Serbia 4-0 and going to the last 16 at full pace. Where will their big test come from in Berlin? A 78-89 win here after a huge win for Finland earlier to punch their ticket to Berlin, and Poland doing the same against the Netherlands. We'll take a look at what that means for the group. Finland actually 4th there, but they are through. Israel versus Czech Republic tomorrow for the 1 remaining place out of Group D to go to the knockout bracket. So a rest day, in fact, tomorrow, and we return with game day 5 on Thursday. We'll see you then.